Welcome, everybody, to Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Jason Schultz, Kenzie Teeding. She's worked for me for how many years?
Three.
Three, and I can't pronounce her last name, but she's a gigantic Badger State fan, and it's great to have you on the show tonight, Kenzie.
Yeah, that's
super excited. Greg Elsing. Yeah, on the other side. Usually you sit over there, you're putting up videos. Greg Elsing, president of the Badger State Tractor Pullers. We're going to not have a super long show for you tonight. It is kind of the off season, but a lot of pullers are getting ready for Louisville. It was nice. It was not -9 this morning, Greg, when I woke up. It was actually 22, I think, when I woke up this morning. So,
well, you woke up pretty late then, because it was 10 when I got up.
Yeah. Well, you're a farmer and I'm not. So, hey, all of our thoughts are with John and Kristen Stranley. If you saw his Facebook post, John is a host here of Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. And his wife's she's been battling cancer for at least over 10 years. And he made a public post on Facebook, and he sent us a chat too that the doctors basically said her body can't handle any more chemo, and they gave her 6 to 9 months to live. So our thoughts, prayers are with John and Kristen and Ross and their friends and their family. We're all friends with them, but it's just horrible. I know cancer has affected everybody watching the show right now, but when it's somebody that you're around all the time, like John, or a close friend like that, it really, really sucks. And Kristen got to come to the Badger State banquet here back in December. It was great to see her there, but she was pretty wore out, I know, after Friday night. And she's been fighting this for a long, long time. So our thoughts and prayers to them. And Greg and I both said to John, you spend every minute you can with her and Ross, and we'll handle Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers and not try to run it into the ground. So Greg, we have to behave for a while. Okay, buddy?
Well, we're going to miss John doing this for a while, but he's got to do more important things.
Absolutely. He does. So I hate talking about sad stuff like that, but it has to be said. It's all part of life, and life sucks sometimes. And as he always says, FUCK cancer. So that's what he puts in all of his posts. So it's a 22nd of January. Greg and I are we have some interviews coming up. Who did you get this week? I know John has an interview queued up with it. T&B Motor.
I got Beaner. I did Travis Hosley Saturday and Mike Jelly. And they're going to be on, and hopefully get them the next couple of weeks. But it's a lot to edit all the shows and get them up here. And I think I've got Chandler, all the stuff, and I'm not very handy with the IT part, transferring it to her, to him. And I did it two ways. I got my fancy new camera, and the battery went dead halfway through both of them. So I backed it up on my phone. So I'm going to do that until I'm really comfortable with that new camera. But We'll get through it. It'll work.
Well, Kenzie got a new camera too, Greg, and it was overheating on me last week. So I was like, what is this about? So we're trying to figure all that out. So we have some videos of Badger State Pullers in Louisville last year. We all know Louisville is coming up February 14th through the 17th. We hope to see many of you down there as well. Winter season, it used to just be Louisville for the longest time. Now we have Shipshewana, the Midwest Winter Nationals. There's a lot of indoor pulling, and there's a lot of just winter pulling now. So literally, you can go to a pull 12 months out of the year.
Yes, you can.
Because we do.
Right.
Right.
And even what's the one in Pennsylvania, the Keystone Nationals? Are they still doing that one too?
Yep, that's in March.
In March,
That's in March.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna. There's Ocala, Florida this weekend, and then the next weekend is Satsuma, Florida. And I know Dean Hollicky wanted your number, Greg. I gave it to him to see if you guys want to take the 4-1 down. I know Galitz's are going down. I heard Ingle King was going down. A lot of different pullers from there, but they have four NTPA regions, 6 classes, hot farm, mods, 2-wheelers, and minis. And then I think they're going to run a 4-1 class, and they're having like 10 different classes on 2 tracks. But the owner of that racetrack, Greg, is Mark Kelsey from Northern Illinois. He pulls a light super. And does he have it named?
I don't think so.
It's a 1066, all right?
1206.
1206 sheet metal?
I think.
It looks like it's a 56. I don't know.
I don't remember.
You could go looking for a video of it. But that's coming up at Satsuma. He bought a racetrack down there, Greg, him and his wife. And he's built an awesome pull. He actually built the track today, and he's going to cover it, Greg, in case, because storms like to pop up in Florida in the afternoons, and he doesn't want it to get buried with the rain. So
right. I know Mason's been talking to Dean and the owner of the racetrack there. I forget what name you just said.
Mark Kelsey.
Yep. I don't think he's good. They're going to make it. They're already taking it apart. They want to change something. Whatever we did in Shipshewana wasn't good enough. We want to make it better, I guess.
Yeah. There's a. You have to drag that over.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's behind us. So there's Mark's tractor right there. It's a 12.
Yes.
Yep. We're going to be live streaming that on beermoneypulling.tv next week. So for those of you that want to watch that, we'll be there down there Friday night and Saturday night. So it's up.
So just to let everybody know, talking about live stream, every fair I've talked to about live streaming their poll has agreed to it for us this year.
Good.
It's crazy.
It's
So,
the way of the future. It's the way of the future. We honestly, Greg, for a state level association like Badger State or a regional, we were way ahead of it 5 years ago, and I just don't think everybody was ready. Now it's pretty mainstream, and it's good to do all that. So,
well, you start seeing the numbers some of these fairs are making and stuff, and they're all on board with it, right?
Yep.
Honestly,
and the first couple of years, Greg, it's a lot of it's friends and family that can't go with that puller, and then it starts branching out into like, hey, people subscribe to it, they look forward to it, and some people can't go out in the heat, Greg, in the summer. I mean, there's health problems. It's not good for them to be out when it's super hot, or they can't travel anymore. It's really convenient for them, to stay home and watch it. And as long as we can, help out the promoter with all that. It's
right.
good.
Like 4 or 5 years ago, you were doing it on YouTube or on Facebook or something, just on your phone, and there was all kinds of people watching it.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it is absolutely. It'll be a good thing to get that launched this summer. We'll get that worked out with Zolik. So
yeah, a couple of the fairs I talked to, I never thought they'd go for it, but they jumped right on board, and they're all about it, and I kind of explained it's gonna be tough the first couple of years till we get it built up. So just go with us, and we'll figure out something. We'll make it work, right? We always do.
Yeah, all the stats I've read is maybe up to 10% of your people. It could hurt your crowd up to 10%. I think they say people within maybe 2 hours might be watching it. I mean, and there's, Greg, if we get into it, maybe we got to put like a 60-mile blackout around an event venue. I don't know. There's a lot of things because ultimately there's still nothing better than being there in person, Greg, without a doubt.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like a Wednesday night in Beaver Dam, and I'm just using them as an example. It's great for family and friends like that to be able to watch the poll. And then Greg, from because we've been doing it with Outlaw Pulling TV now for a couple of years. Well, this is our first full year running it. Mackenzie runs that for Beer Money Pulling Team. We're contracted through the Outlaws, and then I know that Flow Racing has PPL, NTPA does their own thing. It's really starting to get around. Will Witt is doing Ocala this weekend. Greg, there's a lot of opportunities out there, but everybody's got to work together.
Right.
Everybody's got to work together on that. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to, I thought 5 years ago we should have started and been the pioneers in it, but, we just didn't have the support. So we got it going now, though.
Yep. It's all good.
Right.
Bradley Sturgeon's checking in. He says Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Southern Invitational. Yeah, that's coming up February 2nd and 3rd as well. And he's checking in down there. So that's good. How are you doing, Bradley? So again, welcome to Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Jason Schultz, Kenzie Teeding.
There we go.
Teeding.
Mackenzie Teeding.
Yeah.
Teeding. I got
Greg
it.
knows.
I've just been calling you Teeding forever, and then you finally, it's like the Bausmas. You butchered their name forever. Bausmas, and it's Hausema. Bausema. That's how he told me how to do that. And Greg Elsing. We do this every Monday night at 7:00. If you have any questions tonight, please type them in. It's the off season. Not a ton to talk about. We got through the banquet. Now we're kind of leaning towards. I want to know, Greg, if I guess really you had your fair convention a couple weeks ago, but for an established association like Badger State, Greg, really there's not a ton of new polls that come on because you don't have any weekends anymore that are even open. I know you have a waiting list every year with that, but can you kind of talk about the schedule process, Greg, and how you and the board put that together?
I go up to the fair convention, and I'm really not looking for new events, but rather than trying to drive to every fair board meeting or just, do a, virtual meeting for every fair board meeting, it's easy. We kind of have a hospitality room, with some food and drinks in there, and guys come in, sit down and have a couple snacks and talk about the event and what they liked or what they'd want to see changed or what we should be doing. And I try to get all of them signed there, even the ones in Illinois. Between other fair boards coming in, I'm calling them and trying to get it all done. It just, I have to get away from work to do it. I can't do it at home. It's just too hard, and we go up there and honestly, for these people in the fair boards, this is the only benefit of fun they get to have for being on a fair board. They get up there and they're treated like royalty. Not only does every club like us have a hospitality room for people to come into, Miller Beer sponsors everything up there, and there's cheese and there's beer and cheese everywhere. You know, so
Yeah, it's Wisconsin,
it's a
Greg. It's Wisconsin.
thing, you know, and it's all free. You just walk in wherever you want to be, and you can talk to them. And you can talk to other fair boards, and they have they have meetings. You know, like we did a meeting on how to build a track 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, and it was the highest attended meeting of all of them they've ever had at the Wisconsin Association of Fairs. They asked us to do it again here, maybe next year. I said we can maybe do it again next year. So,
Greg's referring to is at the fair convention, we basically took Don Slama's presentation of how to build a track and we shared it with every fair board that wanted. I mean, I think every association in Wisconsin was in that room, and a lot of people know stuff, but just the amount of horsepower that these pulling vehicles are making nowadays. And there are certain vehicles, Greg, that don't want to go to certain tracks because, nobody wants to just, spin your tires too. So if you want to have the pro stocks or the 401s or the light pros, with Badger State, the pullers know what kind of track you have, and they might like your venue and there might be a lot of people there, but nobody wants to destroy a $15,000 pair of tires or, run your RPMs up on a motor just to go pulling at a venue like that. So.
Right. Well, some of the older, guys that pulled 30, 40 years ago just wanted a hard track that you couldn't dig a hole in.
Right.
That stuff has changed. You got to have something you get a hold of now. And, I always try to not step on the toes of the local track builder, but sometimes you got to say, hey, this guy's been building the track for 30 years. And I said, well, I've been helping with 30 tracks a year for 30 years. And I don't want to be arrogant about it. I'm not, and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't go in there and try and tell people what to do, but you just try to hint them and lead them in the right direction.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's tough. You've been there, Jason. You sat in on the meetings, and you just have to be patient with them.
Yep.
Because you want them to sign your pull. You don't want them to not sign it because you're being an ass.
Right. Yeah, that Greg Elsing. Yeah, he's an asshole. So.
Right. Right.
No, it's all good. Fair boards, presidents of associations, you guys have the most thankless job in the world because it's never, you never get the compliments, but man, when something's wrong, your phone blows up. I've been with you before, and a lot of fun there. So,
yeah.
Jason and Greg, can you bring the Badger State Polling League to Michigan or Hudsonville, Michigan? So, man, Hudsonville used to have a big poll, didn't they?
I thought I heard of
Yeah.
it.
That's or is that where Borsons are from?
I
think that's
I've pulled in Michigan before.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah.
So,
but again, you're tuned in. Go ahead, Greg.
There was one potential new one that I think we're going to make work next year, but not in 24 here, but in 25, I think Adams Friendship will be able to make a poll work there.
Oh, cool.
I've been working with them for 2 years on it, trying to get stuff done. And it just, there's a weekend that it will work on right now. It depends on next year how, there's 5 weekends of Saturday or 5 weekends in June this year. That makes, I think it's June or July. There's 5 weekends. It changes stuff
usually,
with leap year.
I feel like it's July that usually makes the big mess, but I can look real quick.
Yeah.
July days doing churn and dirt.
Yep.
Yeah, you
it
got 4 Saturdays, Greg. You have 4 Saturdays in July this year. And then you have 5 Saturdays in June this year.
Yep.
The 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. So.
And I don't sign anything at top of Tome. I try not to, but we do that. We did Chopir last year, but before we did it, we talked to everybody. Yep. 95% of the people liked it, so you got to go with the majority, right?
Yep.
Yep. So we signed it. Trip Downing does this pull down at Chopir and puts it on, and Paul Ludi, so they support our club. So if they want to do their hometown poll, I have to help them.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean it didn't hurt Toma and it didn't hurt Chopir. I can tell you that for a fact. So because I've seen pictures. I was up in Toma and they had a great crowd down there in Chopir. So
yep,
it was good.
Yep, and I think it'll get bigger after this year too. They had a great response in how they liked what we did down there. So
good deal.
Yeah, it was fun.
Deal. Again, we're down and dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. We do this every single Monday night. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. And we're gonna dive now into Badger State Truck and Tractor Pullers competing at the National Farm Machinery Show. Mackenzie's going to put that up there on the screen behind us. Let me do a share screen. Actually, let me do that. You keep playing video, and I'll get the share screen up here. Farm show. Greg, how long have you been going to the farm show down in Louisville?
As a spectator or as a competitor?
Just as a spectator.
1991 was the last year I missed going. We were loading our stuff up to go to Desert Storm, and I ended up not having to go. But we were loading our. I was a Cobra crew chief at the time, and we were loading our Cobras into C5s to get them shipped over. And honestly, had them loaded up, and they said, "Nope, it's over. You don't have to go."
That's a good feeling.
I was kind of happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
I'd have went and done my time if I had to. I mean, I did 8 years in the National. Yep. You were in the Army too for 4 years. You served for 4 years too, didn't you, Jason?
8 years. I was guard and reserves. I did 8 years. I got put on alert for Somalia, Greg, and that was the only time. I mean, we did some 2 weeks of annual trainings overseas, but I never had to go. So.
Yep.
So I want to get the right screen share up here. Hold on a second, guys. So it looks good. There it is.
But I've been pulling since 19, I think, with the Pro Stock, and I was down there with the Super one. The red one was a Super Farm once, probably in like 2010 or something like that.
Okay.
So, and we went down there and had a warped clutch. We pulled in Gordyville, and it ran great. We got second or third in the finals there with it, and then I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. But I didn't realize we warped the floaters in the clutch. We went down there. I knew it as soon as I let the clutch out down there.
That's what I wanted. Yeah. It talked to you, right? So.
Right.
So let's go through. So it's Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday day. There's 4 sessions of qualifying, if you will. Not every class has a finals. I think every class that has Badger State tractors besides Light Pro has a finals. I know 4-1s do Super Farms Pros. That's where we're going to see a majority of our Badger State competitors here. So Wednesday night, Super Farm. What do we got in there? Fritz's. They've had a really good success over the years down there at in Louisville. The Twisted Deer seems to enjoy that track a lot. Yeah, done really well. Got into the finals. So they pulled Wednesday night.
I don't know which setup they run when they were in Shipshewana. They won down there too, but you can either run the NTPA setup or intercooler with Badger State setup. But I know
they ran their cooler at Shipshewana, Greg.
Did they?
Yep.
But they disconnected down there.
Well, I think they run they run coolers down there now. I thought, and you just have 200. You have to give up 200 pounds. I thought for Super Farm.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Because that's how we do the Pullers Championship. We run farm show rules down there.
Yep.
So
okay.
I'm pretty sure, but if I'm watching a Super Farm, guys, if I'm wrong, please throw it in the comments and let us know. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I think they weigh 9,500. The NTPA Super Farms do without the cooler, Greg, and with the intercooler, you have to weigh 9,300 pounds. So
okay,
I think.
All right. Are Fritz's the only ones we have pulling that night?
Nope, we got Randy Brew, 2x2 out of Baraboo in the Pro Stock.
Yep.
What else? We got
Chris Feller was going to be there, but he is not going to make it.
Okay, is he on the list? Okay, yeah, heavy metal.
Yeah, he's right below Randy on the list, I believe there.
Yep, he is. Sorry about that.
With heavy metal, it's a V8. It's a V8 Cat, 3208 Cat Pro Stock. It's a cool look. It's going to be a really cool looking tractor and a great addition to the club when he gets it done. Because there's no other V8 Pro Stock Caterpillar Pro Stocks in the country. So again, we'll have one of one.
Yep.
With us, we got the Fendt, we got the New Holland, and Pro Stock class. In the Claws, there's no other ones.
Speaking of New Holland, he's going down the track behind us right now. Mm-hmm. RJ Simon, Loud and Heavy X, he pulls with Badgers. I don't know if they're members or not, but they definitely come to quite a few Badger State pulls when they can as well. So
yep. And then rounds there.
Nope, not on Wednesday night.
Jason's got 2 tractors. He's committed to Badger State next year for every event.
Yep, that's awesome. So let's go to Thursday night. Let's see what we got for Badger State competitors.
Homegrown, Trip Downing.
Is Chris Ashelman on the top there?
Trip Downing, homegrown.
Yep.
Tori Slama, Fast and Furious. She's 16, right?
Oh, I have no idea how old she is.
She's 16. Yeah. She just started driving that this year, didn't she?
Yeah, she's older than 6. She's out of high school, so.
Oh, she is. Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Justin Johnson, Screaming Norwegian.
Yep.
So this has got 3. Yeah, it's got 3 Badger State tractors in there then, right? Got Trip,
Right.
Slama, and
Norwegian.
Johnson, Justin. Okay.
Yep. Durf.
What? Just off the top of your head, Greg, no facts. Who do you think's been the most successful Badger State puller over the years at Louisville? Like, is it Dwayne Hook from from years gone by, or is it somebody more new?
I'm going
like
to say Nick
Screaming
Score.
Norwegian? Yes, I was going
I'm
to
going
say
to say Nick Score or Wildman's, but Punky's been there the most, and as I really think Nick Score over all the years. Fritz boys are really catching up every year. They do really well down there, but I'd have to say Nick Score. The Screaming
Yeah, we need a
Norwegian.
Badger State super fan to knock that out for us. Somebody like Chris Clark.
Yeah.
He should be he should be doing that for us.
Yeah.
Get that all figured out. 2-wheelers. Do we got any 2-wheelers going down, Greg?
Nope. None that I know of.
Because we'd have what? You have Deppies, you got Timmermans,
Yep. Scott.
Scott.
Nary.
That's a Deppie clan.
Okay.
And you got Beaner's got 2 trucks now. You'll
Does he?
see yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got the Lucas Oil truck and Give Her the Beans.
Nice. 4-1s. Jeff Ball is from Wisconsin. He pulls sometimes with Badger State. That's James
Yep.
Geezy sometimes. Cootsy. There's Johnny Coots right in the middle, digging deer.
Yep.
Shoot. Your Badger State champion. Showing the whole world my black screen there. Chris Lear sometimes pulls the Badger State. They probably come to Viroqua. Lindstrom
Yep.
does every now and then. Brian Miller does every now and then. So yeah, so Cootsy is the lone wolf there. He's your Badger State champion on Thursday night.
Yep.
I think they take 8 to the finals for that class, or is it 6? 3 from each?
Is it, I think it's 4 from each. Is there 2 nights? I think it's 4. 3 or 4.
Yeah, we'll
from
go
each,
look at that. So Thursday night pro stocks. Who's that Greg Elsing guy,
I
Kenzie?
don't know. He's pro stock, I guess.
I suppose it's some New Holland.
Yeah.
Yep. T8 Tomcats.
There's a-
Brett Meyer pulls some.
Yeah.
Simons. There's Travis Wildman, diehard deer down there.
Yep. Travis will be there. Simons one of the Simons is in there.
Yep. So is Meyer.
I mean, every puller sits there and looks at all the nights and says, which one is the toughest? They're all tough.
Yep.
It's crazy. Not one night, you wouldn't want to say that's the night I want to pull.
Right. I don't know if there's ever been a year like there shouldn't be at a venue like this. You know what I mean, Greg? Where it's the best of the best. So.
Right. They put it all together. There isn't a slouch there.
Nope.
I always think if there's a slouch, it's me.
Yeah, there you go. Fair enough. Limited pros. I don't think Asherman pulled any Badger State this year. Maybe once or twice.
I think he did once. Yeah.
Jared Fredericks, Wild Buck, second place in points, right?
Yep.
John Meyer Jr., third place in points. This is his first trip down there.
Yep. So we'll be talking to him next week, and I'm going to be doing a show at his place next Saturday, recorded for some time later on. We can maybe get that on before Louisville.
Yeah. Belsma says 3 from each. Steve's watching. All right, cool. Thanks, Steve. 3 from each qualifier goes in. So, and the 4-1s.
Yep. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, the
Don't
first year
forget the
they got it great
meatballs.
was 2017. So this is to be the 7th year now of 4-1s at the big show. So, and for pullers that don't think like, oh, I don't apply because I'll never get in. I'm telling you, that's how they decide if they should add a second session of 4-1s. Or, like if you want a second session of light pros, guys, start filling out the applications. That's ultimately how it comes down to that. It's obviously got to be a national level class or a big time class. They're not just going to put a bunch of 3,000 RPM hot farms in there. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's not a Louisville type of class. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. That's the truth.
And I think the 4-1 class is the hardest one to get into because they actually only take first place for a while. Now it's first and second and third in some cases,
Yeah, I know and I don't know how exactly they do it, but if they took a third place tractor in points, it had to have a pretty strong resume. It had to have multiple wins typically.
Yep.
But I do know they try to cover all the different associations, Greg. So
yep, every club that had a first place tractor that applied, I think, got in, right?
Yes. Yep. ECI, Outlaws, Western Series. Who else, Kenzie?
Silver Series is in.
Yep,
Yeah,
Silver
Silver
Series is
Series.
in.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean it's the best of the best for sure. At their
Yep.
at the big show. Here's 2-wheel drive trucks again. We said we don't have any 2-wheelers there, and then we're not going to have any diesel supers in there. Okay.
Well, you're going to be in there someday, aren't you?
Well, my dad's going to drive it, but hopefully someday they let me in. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll have
Yep.
to earn it or something.
Right.
But that's a duel of the fuels. My tractor will be on display in booth 3194. We got a big booth space, Greg, and we're gonna reveal the new wrap and the new name on it, and have our merch. And we're gonna have a little. I haven't contacted you yet, Greg, but you're gonna come by and do an interview with me, and we're gonna have a little
Okay.
media center every hour. We're gonna do interviews. So talked to
Okay.
Tony Reed
Perfect.
today from Growing Corn 2020 from TikTok. He's gonna try to stop in for the booth for a couple hours, so that's gonna be fun. So
Yeah.
he makes me laugh. What are the dates for Outlaw? That's right after the 4th.
Yeah, that's 12 and 13.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 12 and 13.
Dave, that's July 12th and 13th.
Yeah,
Dave's
it's
question.
like 3 weeks away. I think we leave. Like tomorrow, 3 weeks from tomorrow, we leave.
Yep. We're gonna have a hard time doing a show that night, that Monday night, Greg. I'm not gonna lie. So
Yeah, me too. We might have to have one just taped up and let it rip.
well, that I might lean on Chris Clark or somebody one of those nights. So
Yep. Yep.
he gets his chance because we need to have our merchandise booth set up Tuesday by 5.
Yep.
So we got to get down there Monday night late and get after it Tuesday during the day. So
Yeah. We usually leave Monday night at midnight or 2:00 in the morning to get down there.
yeah, that's what you did last year.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
Yay.
I was almost awake.
There's
No, we gotta do the pro stack.
Friday night.
No.
Nope, we missed pros.
Yes.
We did.
You didn't get down to the pro stocks that night yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What do we got there?
Straight out of line at the bottom.
Greg Wildman.
Mr. Wildman.
Yep. Craig's
Good
on the claws. Is he the only one that night?
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to be there's a round tractor in there, isn't there?
I don't see it.
No,
That's the list.
probably Saturday afternoon.
Jason must have just got one in.
I thought they had 2 of them in.
I'll say there's 2 because
Did we miss one of the
Orwell
nights?
was gonna drive one, I thought.
Did I just run over the name because I didn't see? Well, I would have recognized
No,
Vorwald.
because we gotta do Saturday afternoon yet.
So you think they're in the same session, just different drivers?
Maybe.
That could be
Well, because
possible.
we're still on Friday.
Yeah, but there's a Saturday day,
Right.
then the finals.
Mhm.
4-wheel drive diesel trucks, super stock diesels, light pros. Let's see here. So no Badger, Black Thunder, Wisconsin WTPA, Kurt's WTPA. So no Badgers. So what's his Cartwrights must not have
Yep.
applied because they won
Must not have.
points.
Must not have known.
Okay. Light supers. We don't have any of those. 10 pros. Here we go. Craig Ladwig, never given up. He was the big reveal last year.
Yeah, he was all the
That sexy
Badger.
Fent.
Johnny.
Jason Round. John
There's a
Deere.
Vorwald there.
There's Andrew. Yeah, so both of his are in the same session. There's the 8370. So which one's the old of those two, Kenzie? The 60 or the 70? Which one's the old bootlegger?
I think the old bootlegger is in the first session.
You think it's on Wednesday night?
I think so.
Did we miss
I
Round?
could
Did you
be
think Round's
very-
got 3 tractors in?
I thought I saw his name.
Well, you're my co-host, Kenzie. You're supposed to be on top of this.
Well, sorry.
Color commentator.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
be better
I'm just
than
here
this.
for looks, not for. Yeah, what was that? No, that's the other one. Never mind.
That's Ivanovic.
Oh,
That's his new one.
yeah, his new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the new reveals, that's always the big thing. Ivanovics. I think they're gonna have their new pro there,
Mhm.
Greg.
Yep.
Heavy metal's still on the list. That was Feller. Yeah, but anyway, it's gonna be awesome. Then they go to the finals. Then I'm gonna try to find that sheet there. Does it tell us? I feel like it tells us somewhere. Schedule. Yeah, here we go. Now here's the finals on each night. So 95 limit pros. So Bausma said 3 from each. So that's 6. I think for two-wheel drive trucks, I think there's a total of 12. I think they take 3 from each
Yeah.
session. Diesel supers and Alkies, they take 6 or 8. I think just 6. Super fun,
Yeah.
they probably take 3 from each.
Mhm.
Mods, they take what? Probably 3 from each or 4 from each. There's 2 sessions of mods.
Probably 4.
And the pro stocks, they take 3 of each, right, Greg?
Yep. There'll be 12
Yeah.
pro stock.
12 total.
Section,
Yeah. Yeah, so there is Louisville, guys, how it's all going to shake out down there. Tickets are for
So, yeah.
sale.
Oh, see, it's it's
Oh,
8360.
Tim's watching. The 8360 is the old bootlegger. Okay.
There we
Good
go.
deal. If I had a good co-host,
Co-host.
you'd have a
Fill in.
you'd have a video of that up on the screen already.
What about that one?
Is that the bootlegger?
No,
Now,
I don't
who's
think
that?
so.
That's Rounds.
What?
That's the old bootlegger.
you-
That's the 60.
Wow.
Look at the timing of that. Right on call. Except we got the screen. We gotta stop sharing there so you can see it. Can you rewind that back? Here, I'll pop us down the side. Oops.
Yeah, find my mouse.
Make us big, right?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, it's right after this.
So this is that's the old bootlegger.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah, because it says 8360 on the hood.
All right. But no, I mean, state level for a region association, Greg, Badger State, top to bottom, some of the toughest pros in the country, without a doubt.
There's 10 tractors leaving from the Wildman shop when we leave this year.
You know, we should probably video that.
Yeah.
Let me know when you guys leave, Greg. That might be worth videoing. So
Yep, I will. We haven't figured out how we're going to haul them all yet, but
yeah. If anybody has an extra semi and they want to haul a $500,000 pro stock to Louisville, please line them up.
Yep.
Line them
Well,
up.
Craig's got a trailer for sale on Facebook.
I saw that. That means he bought something new then. So
Yep. They're building something new. We might have to use that yet before he sells it.
yeah, I saw that go up today was it a marketplace? Did you see it?
He shared it.
Did he? Yeah. Good looking.
It's a beautiful trailer. They put new sheet metal on the outside and the inside. I mean, it's a
Yeah, they reskinned it. It looks like, Greg.
Yep, they did. It's a really nice trailer. Big. You get 3 tractors in it, and it has living quarters.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's good stuff there. That's good stuff there. Again, just recapping if you're just joining us, down and dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers, Greg Elsing, Kenzie Teeding, Jason Schultz here. We're here every Monday night with you. John Stranley spending some time with his wife, Kristen, and his son, Ross. We're thinking of them. Also thinking about the Badger State Pullers that are going to Louisville. Just wrapped up 2 weeks ago at Shipshewana. Has it been 2 weeks already, Kenzie? 1
Yeah.
week.
No,
Yeah.
now
Week and a half.
this is week 2.
Week 2. So, Greg, you had sent me something today about a turbo. I want to put that on the screen.
Yep. The pro stocks have to add another safety thing to the turbo. Everybody had to put the star thing or a cross in their exhaust side for Shipshewana, because you can kind of see it on the back side of the turbo there now, that picture in the middle, the bottom one. See that star thing? You've got to have that. I'll try it. And we've had Weimer's turbos have had them ever since we've been buying them on the pro stock side. But now you can see the thing that with the straps on it on the compressor side of the turbo there. We have to buy it from the show, but I don't think it's a bad idea. Apparently, somebody was running one on a dyno and the compressor blew off it last week or something.
You're talking. Can you see my mouse on the screen, Greg?
Can I see what?
Can you see my mouse on the screen, or is that just on my side? That's probably just on my side. Yeah.
Moving around a little bit. You see the straps
No.
on the compressor side, the silver
Yep.
side,
Yep.
and and you can see the ring that has to go around it on the other side. My question is, the only thing I haven't gotten it yet, I ordered it today. We just got the email Friday that we all had to buy this and put it on.
So do you think just the pro stock competitors got this, Greg?
Yep. As far as I know, it's just pro stock guys, but how far that ring is going to sit on there, because your guillotine has to bolt on there too. And I'm wondering, I'm waiting to see it to make sure that it all works. I think it will. I'm sure they thought about it and made it work, but you have to buy that. If you didn't get your emails, anybody in pro stock that's watching, you order it. You should have gotten an email. And you can order it right from the farm show committee down there.
Did you screenshot that right from your email?
What's that?
Did you screenshot that right from your email?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
deal.
Just so everybody knows, because like Randy with his flip phone, I called him today and he didn't know anything about it. So
Right.
I got him straightened out and on the right path, but
Well, most pro stock competitors do not have flip phones anymore, Greg, but there's one in every crowd. Okay.
there is one in every ground. He thinks it's way better.
Well, no, and you got it. You can't leave a soldier behind. You did a good job,
Nope.
Greg, as a friend, as a fellow puller.
Nope.
Yep.
I could have screwed with him and not told him, but I don't want to do that. I want to beat him on the track, not in the pits.
No, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So it's a lot of fun. We have like I said, we got 10 tractors leaving from Wildman's. That includes Punky and, a couple other tractors too. They're not all pro stocks, but well, maybe 9 of them are. I think 9 of them are. Punky might be the only one that's not a pro stock. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun. It's always fun going down there.
Oh, it's like a family reunion.
Mhm.
It is.
Yes,
You get to see the
everybody
guys
is.
you didn't pull with all summer. We've
Yep.
seen a lot of people in Shipshawana, but it's fun to get together with them again a month later.
Yep.
Oh.
And you get home and you hope it starts to warm up a little bit, and then we get back at it. So I know the
Yep,
Mac Trailer
we'll be-
Internationals, that's March 22nd.
Second and third.
That's it, but we just pull one night
We just pull one night.
on Saturday night. So I don't know. I think they took 10 pro stocks last year.
I think so, yeah.
So I think that's invite only, but that's the other indoor pull in Louisville. But this is the farm show. This is the Super Bowl. I know I heard Charles say that Shipshawana is the Super Bowl single chargers.
Yeah.
This is the Super Bowl for the rest of them then for indoor pulling.
Yeah.
There's a picture of Greg right there. It was fun watching you, Greg, last year, sit on the bubble there, just watching. We got pictures of you just staring down the track. So that has to be
It's stressful
Yeah.
because I didn't make a great pass, but it just happened to be good enough,
Yep.
just by an inch or two. Yep. And the last
Yep.
tractor to go was Travis, and I thought, well, if somebody's going to beat me, I hope Travis does it.
Right.
If it bumps me out of it, that's fine, but he was so close. I think he ended up in fourth or fifth.
Yeah. He was
You know,
right
so
behind
it's
you.
fun.
It was just inches, if I remember correctly. So
It was all of us sitting down there. Yeah. So you go there, like I said, I went there all them years and you dream about making the finals, even getting invited to pull there. And when you go there and pull, then you dream about getting in the finals and that happens. That's a lot of fun. I liked it. I wish I'd had better luck in the finals. One loose bolt sank the whole ship.
Yep. There's the
So
out of
that's
line
what it
toss behind Kenzie and I. That tractor, you said pulling Saturday afternoon, did they
Yeah.
say? Okay.
Yep.
We're sharing some video from our that we took down there while we were down there last year, our video team, the Beer Money.
You pulled there a
team.
couple of years ago, didn't you, Brian? Or Jason?
Yeah, I got to pull in 2017. I was
2017?
the first 4-1 ever down the track. I got 6th.
Oh, were you?
Tony won that year, and Tony
Yep.
won Silver Series that year, and he got in, and Brent and I had won Badger State. So
Yep.
and I paid the bills, so I drove it at Louisville. That's how it worked. It's just real
That's
clear.
how it
To be
works.
clear about that.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yep.
Life is good.
So, yeah. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about tonight.
No,
for
I
Louisville.
just wanted to give a shout out to John and Kristen and Ross. I wanted to talk about Louisville. We got some upcoming interviews. I know John did a recording. I think T&B engines. They build some mini rod motors, engines, excuse me. And then you got Travis Hosley, and who else did you get? Jelly.
Mike Jelly.
Yes.
Mike Jelly's is a funny one. They are talkers, and we had a crew there, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of stories. And I hope the camera worked as good as it's supposed to. Like I said, I just the volume thing. We did what we could, and if it don't work, we'll have to do it again. And I won't mind doing it again with them guys. It was fun.
He has the Son of the Hitch Super Farm, right? Son of a Hitch.
Yep, son of a hitch. Yep. So
Did he
it was a lot of
get
fun.
into why he named it that at all?
Yep. And there was another name before that too. So
Okay.
they
good.
had, so we got all that, and I don't know. Did we ever do Chuck Gutenberg's?
Is it still in the can? Is it on the Google Drive? I
I
think
I've
that's
sent
probably
it.
the last one that you did last year that we haven't put up yet.
Yeah, we need to get that one out there and get it done too. Because he's, we've got enough here to get a few weeks done, but I'll get enough to get till season. We'll get enough shows done.
Yeah.
And we've got footage of the new V8 blocks that Feller made. All the Perkins blocks, as far as I understand, are done and delivered.
Okay.
The billet Perkins blocks, but he's waiting. Chris is waiting for his 32.8 block to break, so he sees where it breaks, so he can make it stronger. So, he knows it's going to break.
Yeah, he's such an engineer like that. To even be thinking like that, it's incredible. But it's it's what's going to happen. You might as well be honest. Yep.
He told me his girdle on that cast 32A block weighs 350 pounds.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
To hang that thing in there, just to help hold it together. So, because he knows it's a tough block to build.
Greg, when do you normally post the schedule for 2024? Is it after the spring meeting? I can't remember.
Yeah, it'll be March probably. We don't post the classes until we get the contracts back.
Okay.
So Fair calls you up and says, "Hey, why aren't I on your schedule? Because you haven't sent the contract back yet."
Gotcha.
I won't post it until we have it, because all of a sudden you don't get it, you look like a fool.
Right.
So we get the contracts back, we start putting the schedules up.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, great.
So,
Well, thank you for watching, everybody, tonight. We're here every Monday night at 7:00. We just realized that Monday night head to Louisville, that might be tough, but we always figure it out. We always figure it out if we have to. We'll just, like you said, we can put a video together.
Get a video.
Chan Man will be home.
Yeah, he'll be around.
Yeah, Chan Man stayed home because he's getting ready to have a baby girl. And what are they going to name her?
Renly.
Chandler Pickler. Going to be having a baby girl here in March, so that's exciting.
Yep. And I want everybody to know our hearts are with John and Kristen.
Yep.
And I'd like to thank Front Street Toys and Slam Enterprises for sponsoring us this year.
Awesome.
So that's great.
Yep.
So,
Chuck will see Chuck Hobbs in Satsuma. He's bringing his mini rod down there.
Mm-hmm.
It's February 2nd and 3rd. That'll be fun. So
that's the one in Florida?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I know Galaxes are going to, and maybe a few other guys. So
yep.
tonight, we go live with the final round of the fan voting for the Pullers Championships in about 13 minutes. A lot of Badger State Pullers are in that top 20. We thinned it down now. This is the final round fan voting. So you can vote once a day, people. Go to thepullerschampionship.com. And you can knock that out, get all that done. So that's good stuff as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, cool.
So,
well, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm glad everybody got through the crazy snowstorm that we had. And what's that over there next to you on your screen? Is that something on the right? What is that? Do you see that next to you? Is that from your screen or is that from the tractor? Like, what's that right there? What is that? Is that like a reflection? We're trying to figure out our new studio, Greg. Oh, no, that's behind it.
I don't see anything.
Yep, I'm crazy. I didn't get enough sleep last night, so it's all good. Well, everybody, thanks for watching Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Greg, hang out for 1 minute after we end the stream. Have a great week, everybody. If you need anything, call 608-444-7956. Have a great night, everybody. Ask for Greg.
Thank you for watching. Thanks, guys.